Oh my, there you go. It's a little bit more adjusted. So I'm undressing here on camera. Everyone calm down. Still not perfect. All right. Life isn't perfect. Namaste, everyone. Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Transformation Sunday with our lecture, meditation, and healing. And before we begin, let us invoke. Place your hands on your heart. Be aware of your heart. Smile. Lots and lots of joy. Lots and lots of enthusiasm. Remember, the secret is in the heart. The wisdom is in the heart. The answers are in the heart. And be aware of the crown. Feel the expansion of the crown. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Be aware of the heart and the crown together. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. To Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, Lord Mahaguru Jamiling, to Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, to Lord Ganesh, to Holy Master Count Saint Germain, to all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, healing ministers, to our divine selves or higher souls. We humbly invoke for your divine light, love, and power, for your divine help, guidance, and protection. For your soothing, healing energies, we thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be greater instruments of goodwill and the will to do good. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you with gratitude, respect, and love. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Couldn't break free of the invocation. So I was thinking last night, what are we going to talk about? What's the lecture going to be on this Sunday? And I was like, oh, we'll talk about this. We've talked about it a little bit before. It would be beneficial for everyone, for the new people, for the reminder, et cetera, et cetera. But then an hour ago, something else came to me. And then as I looked into it, I go, oh, that's actually a very good topic that we haven't covered before, and it will plant some good seeds for everybody. So some of you may know that this month, the month of August 2021, I'm here in Sarasota, Florida, visiting my son, my 16-year-old son, Gabriel Ganesh Long. And him and I spent a couple days in Marco Island, which is about 2 hours south, almost directly south of Sarasota, and it's near Naples. And Naples is a big city, lots and lots of prosperity. And then Marco Island is kind of like 20 minutes from Naples. And my son spent some time there at Marco Island. We stayed at the Marco Island Inn next to this adorable little lake, and we wanted to go. We wanted to go to the beach, right? So you have the little lake, and then you get in the car and you drive about a mile and a half or 5 minutes to get to the beach. And so we see this parking lot. You can park right there, and then it says walk across the street to get to the beach. I was like, sweet, this will be cakewalk. So we park, we pay the little parking fee, and then we walk across. But then we see hotel after hotel after hotel, and we go, well, these beaches are probably private. They're not public beaches, but it says right here on the Google Maps, public beach. And then about a mile south, another public beach. We're looking, and so we end up attempting to go through 1, 2, and 3 gates in order to get onto the beaches, and we were unsuccessful at both hotels because it was like Fort Knox. Uh, they had like wiring, like wire fence. They had like sharp spikes on top of the fences. I was like, is it really that important to prevent people from getting onto the beach? I couldn't believe it. But some of these places are like $800, $900, $1,000 a night minimum to stay at. So I guess it would make sense, right? So they want to protect their guests, and maybe some of the guests are celebrity guests and what have you. So we end up we're about to give up. My son goes, I really got to go to the bathroom. I go, let's find a place that we can go to the bathroom. So we go back across the street. We find a 7-Eleven, the convenience store here in the US. There's about 30,000 7-Elevens, I think, around the world. And so we end up going to the 7-Eleven. I asked the guy behind the counter, go, hey, can you tell us how to get to the beach? It's like the craziest question because literally the beach is a block and a half away. You can't miss it, right? And he goes, it's right across the street. And I go, I know it's across the street, but how do we get there? There's all these like blockages and gates and fences and everything. He goes, no, it's literally the path is right across the street. And I go, oh, that's where the path starts. It's right across the street from the 7-Eleven that we missed. He goes, yeah, just walk across the street. And sure enough, my son used the bathroom. We cross the street. The path is right there. And we just follow the path to the ocean. And a beautiful beach. I've kind of been accustomed to beautiful beaches here in Sarasota, Florida. It's ranked one of the top beaches in the United States, Siesta Key. Quartz crystal sand, very wide open, never crowded. No matter how many people are on the beach, it's never crowded. And the water is always really, really nice. The one challenge that Sarasota has been having lately, the past maybe decade, is the red tide, right? So it's a certain kind of seaweed releases a certain kind of spore, and then the spore goes from the shore, from the water past the shore, and then it starts going into the houses and what have you, and it starts affecting people's breathing. So it's like this reddish energy that gets into people's lungs, and it causes like a burning effect that I think 2 years ago, the red tide was so bad that people were moving out, like selling their houses and leaving because the red tide was so bad. And then it kills the fish, and then the fish roll up on the beach, and then you start having the smell of dead fish, and it's a problem. Every 2 to 3 years, it's really, really bad. So where am I going with all of this? How are we tying this into today's lecture? Because this time I get to spend with my son. And as I reflect on my life over the past 41 years on this planet, I get to see my 16-year-old son growing up, asking questions about girls, asking questions about himself, asking questions about his body, right? Asking questions about, well, what's his purpose? And Diana, I'm going to stay. What's his purpose, right? Partly he wants to become an actor. He wants to go to Canada because Canada is like the next Hollywood these days. And then he also wants to do graphic design as a creative pursuit. That's something he can do while he's building his acting portfolio. And he's been doing improv comedy since he was 7 years old. He was actually the youngest person in his improv troupe for many, many years, and he's been doing that regularly for about 8 years. The past couple of years, he has not done it because of COVID, et cetera, et cetera. So I was reflecting on his mother and I. He is an embodiment of our legacy. He's a physical embodiment of our legacy. Because on the spiritual path, what is the purpose? The purpose is to learn lessons, have experiences, and expand, right? So by leaving a legacy, it gives each and every person on this planet an opportunity to what? Expand, to have an influence on the lives of other people. Now, we can plant the seed of cruelty, injury, greed, selfishness, fear, or we can plant the seed of loving kindness, sweetness, generosity, expansion, right? So we have a choice of what kind of seeds that we're going to plant, what kind of legacies that we're going to leave, right? But as we plant these seeds, we have an opportunity to grow and to grow and to grow and to grow. So if you look at Grandmaster Toa Kotsui's life, within a very short period of time, basically 25 years, he was able to take his family business and expand his family business. And then through the funds of that family business, he was able to develop, refine, and spread an unknown healing system known as Pranic healing and an unknown yoga system known as Arhatic yoga to 60 countries and now 90 countries around the world for the purpose of what? Healing. So he wrote books, 20 plus books. He created workshops, 20 plus workshops. He trained hundreds of instructors around the world to duplicate, quote unquote, himself. And one of the um, decrees that Grandmaster Chola Koksui said, may this spread, um, may this spread from Grandmaster Chola Koksui to Grandmaster Chola Koksui to Grandmaster Chola Koksui to Grandmaster Chola Koksui, meaning may these efforts create another great teacher, which creates another great teacher, which creates another great teacher, which is the expansion. Because if you look at somebody like a Lord Jesus, do you think Lord Jesus, the the soul of Lord Jesus was able to grow and develop through the work that he did in his short 33 years on the planet? Well, in that physical incarnation, right? Able to expand his influence to over 1 billion people around the world to hopefully bring more light, more love, and more power into the planet. So the question I want each and every one of you to ask yourselves is, what's the legacy I've left and I want to leave before I leave this planet, right? What's the legacy? And this is a huge question. It's really interesting because for the longest time, I always thought that was really, really cheesy, right? Because you hear it as like motivational talk or business inspiration talk that I want to leave a legacy, I want to leave an empire, I want to make an impact in the world. And I always thought it was from a very selfish, egoic perspective. But as I go a little bit higher, what was the impact that Mother Teresa left? The impact that Gandhi left? The impact that any of the saints left from all traditions and all faiths, right? Because without them, humanity would either be destroying itself because they wouldn't remember to go back to love, right? The avatars are from the heart of God. So without the avatars, we would be killing ourselves, right? So what legacy do you want to leave? Some people leave their legacy through their family, right? So I have my son that I'm doing my best not to screw up, to direct him to the best of my abilities, just as his mother is doing the best she can to direct him to unravel his fullest potential. People also leave legacies through books, through you could create a viral video. I know that sounds kind of weird and cheesy, but you could create a viral video that impacts the lives of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of people. An example would be, anyone see the Free Hugs campaign, right? It was started by an Australian about 14 years ago that created a worldwide movement that is going to this day about people practicing loving kindness and compassion through hugging one another, right? Through hugging one another. And even at his time of starting it, they were trying to shut it down because, you're breaking certain laws and people don't like to be touched. And it's like, it's a voluntary thing. If you're having a bad day and would like a free hug, I'm here to offer you that free hug, right? That video has gone viral and impacted the lives of millions and millions and millions of people, right? So that's a legacy that that particular person has left. So it could be through artwork, painting something. It could be through a certain kind of protest. It could be through a nonprofit or a charity. It could be through many, many, many different means, right? So the question is, what kind of legacy do you want to leave in this world? Why? Because it gives the soul an opportunity to expand. Because life is about expansion. But are we all meant to leave a legacy? Most of us are regular people, happy to have a peaceful life. True. Just like Master Chola Koksui says, not everyone has to be a millionaire, but everyone should have a target. Right? Not everyone has to be a millionaire. Not everyone has to have a family. Not everyone has to travel the world. Not everyone has to be a healer. Not everyone has to fill in the blank, right? But everyone has to have a target. And as you work towards the target, you expand. Why do you expand when you work towards a target? Because that target is outside of your comfort zone. That target is outside of your current abilities. So as you move towards that target, The crown expands, the forehead expands, the ajna expands, the throat expands, the heart expands, the solar plexus expands, the navel expands. All these things expand, right? So, in the pursuit of something greater than yourself, you expand. So, just like when we do the Twin Hearts meditation, people ask the question, well, is the effect the same if I'm just blessing my friend, if I'm just blessing my family, if I'm just blessing my neighborhood versus blessing the entire planet? Well, blessing the entire planet expands you so much temporarily that you become a giant channel to bless and heal Mother Earth, right? So if you write a book and you only distribute that book to friends and family members, that's how much the soul is expanding. But if you write a book that gets on the bestseller list that impacts the lives of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of people, the soul has a tremendous opportunity to expand, right? Now, you can write a book that is, how do I put this? Based on gossip, right? And expand lower chakras and distorts upper chakras. Or you can write a book like Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese Buddhist monk, that talks about loving kindness and compassion and expands the heart and above. So we have that choice of what kind of legacy we want to leave on the planet. But everyone should have a target, no matter what, right? The lonely steel worker in Detroit, Michigan, if there are any left, they can still leave a legacy. They can still do what? They can still expand, creating an invention, expansion. Now, if the invention is good, it's good expansion, right? It's a good seed. But if it's like, how can I create a casino? How can I create the greatest casino the world has ever seen? Eh, it's expansion, but the quality of energy coming back to the soul is not the best, right? That goes back to right livelihood, which we talk about in the Eightfold Path of Buddhism. So having a tobacco shop, having a casino, having an alcohol store, having a strip club, right? Having a massage parlor with happy endings is not really the best way of expanding the soul of the person. It expands their wallet, and there is an opportunity for the soul to expand. So, for instance, one of the greatest industrialists of the 20th century was Andrew Carnegie, right? Andrew Carnegie was a ruthless businessman that his business practices were so severe on people. That's where the unions got created from in the early part of the 19th century, because the people were coming together going, we can't keep working under these tremendously cruel working environments. So that's where the union started. And Andrew Carnegie had a lot of guilt and shame later on in his life because he was one of the wealthiest men who ever lived, but he wasn't fulfilled. So prior to his death, he donated money and created 3,000 libraries around the United States. Think about the mental karma of that, right? So he's karmically entitled to come back into his incarnation and be brilliant, right? But again, this is a really important point. I don't think anyone has to, I don't think anyone in this group is going to suffer from this, but it is helpful for the people who watch this later on. That you can't consciously do something bad and then say, I'm going to do service or I'm going to do tithing to neutralize that. It doesn't work that way, right? So, meaning I'm going to step on people's backs to become successful. And then once I'm successful, then I'll start giving money, 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 money. Even if you did that, the karma wouldn't be the same, right? So it goes back to right livelihood. How do you want to earn your income? How do you want to leave your legacy? Do you want to leave a legacy of destroying the lives of other people around you to get to the top? Or do you want to leave a legacy of loving kindness, compassion, mercy, generosity, right? There is a businessman that Anthony Robbins refers to a lot, and for some bizarre reason, I'm drawing a complete blank. Templeton. Was it Isaac Templeton? No, John Templeton. So just if you type in Sir Templeton, he was an American businessman that was knighted by the Queen of England, and he was a super successful investor, super successful investor, and he basically gave away all of his money throughout his life, and all of it towards the end, at the end of his life. He was extremely generous. He's one of the greatest philanthropists in American history. Sir John Templeton. I think it's Sir John Templeton. And if you look at, he lived an old age. He died peacefully. And if you look at his life, it was like so much good karma because that was a soul that was generous in previous incarnations, right? So he was planting the seed of generosity in previous incarnations, and then he became super wealthy at a very young age, and then he gave it all away again. So the billionaires today that are giving their money away, like Bill Gates, like Warren Buffett, George Soros, Sir John Templeton, same thing. They're going to be the quote unquote billionaires and trillionaires in the future currency in the next incarnations because they planted the seeds. Now, if they've done other things that were not so wholesome, that karma will also come back to them. So that's the takeaway for today's lecture is being aware of what legacy that you want to leave. How do you want to expand your soul in this incarnation? So Master Choa did it through teaching spiritual truths and spiritual principles. He did it through healing and did it through blessing. One of the masters, Master Glenn Mendoza, right? He was a neonatologist for over 35 years. And for many, many years, a group of all the preemie babies that he saved when they grew up, they all had a party every single year in his name. So hundreds of these kids would come and celebrate him. They'd rent out a hotel, et cetera, and it would be this big shindig. So that's that's part of his legacy, right? That's part of his expansion is that through his training, expertise, his passion, saving babies, that child goes on to do something great, hopefully. And then he shares in that greatness versus he never saved that child. So his soul doesn't get to expand because that child, that soul doesn't get to expand in that body. Right? And then he's written 2 books, more expansion. He's traveled around the world teaching and healing, more expansion. Right? So you can think about how you want to expand. For me, I love to travel and I love to mix it up with people. That's my form of expanding. I have a YouTube channel with over 600 videos, expansion. I'm in the process of writing a book. When is it coming out? Working on that. Expansion, right? Expansion. I know I have thousands of people who are like, I'm ready. Like, when's the book coming out? Even my editor goes, I'm ready when you are. Let's go. Right? So that's an opportunity to expand. Expand. So that's what your legacy is. Your legacy is expansion. It's not from an egoic perspective of like, how can I be remembered throughout the ages kind of thing, right? There's a great line from the movie Troy with Brad Pitt, and he plays Achilles. And actually, Achilles, as I understand it from Master Choa directly, Achilles was a real soul, a real person. And the reason he was indestructible and couldn't be killed and was considered an immortal is because he had mastered the biofit shield, or the body fit shield, the body fit shield. So there's a class in pranic healing called pranic psychic self-defense for home and office. And in that, you're taught how to create shields to protect yourself mentally, emotionally, even physically. So there's a shield that you can create called a body fit shield that if the person has lots of prana and strong intention and good faith, they can create a shield that is quote unquote indestructible to physical influences. And how did Achilles die? Through his heel. right? The Achilles heel, the weakness in the armor. And so energetically speaking, you have to create a release valve for prana to flow out of the shield. The person knew where his release valve was, and that's how he died, right? So in the movie, there was a little boy that was coming to get Achilles for a big fight. For Achilles, it was just another fight. For the little boy, it was a huge deal. And and he says, aren't you afraid? He says, aren't you afraid that of this giant, huge person that you're going to be fighting? And he says, no. And he says, that's why no one will remember your name, right? Because the viewpoint of those fighters back then were to be immortalized through their efforts, right? Through the demonstration of their courage, the demonstration of their prowess in combat, right? And we still talk about them thousands of years later. So guess what? Those were very advanced souls that are continuing to expand even today. Amazing, right? It's amazing. And probably some of those souls are in current bodies amongst us, working out different karma, having different lessons, different experiences, right? So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you food for thought, gives you something practical to look at of like, what's the legacy I want to leave for my life? Not from an egoic perspective, not from like comparing yourself to the Joneses, you know, what's so and so's legacy? Well, I want to leave a legacy like them. No, like just look at your life with honesty, with humility, and say, what legacy have I left to this day, and where do I want to keep going and leaving a legacy? One of my legacies that I would love to leave is inspiring people to transform their lives. That's the legacy that I want to leave of going, look, no matter where you are in your life, no matter where you've come from, what your background is, you can transform into a greater soul, right? So that's one of the legacies that I want to leave people. And so how do I best do that currently is being an embodiment of that, right? Coming from humble beginnings and then transforming myself through the technology of spiritual teachings that were taught to me by my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Kok That's how I'm choosing to leave a legacy. And so that's everything in my videos, my current book that will be coming out. Just got to put a deadline on it and materialize it. Easy peasy, right? Um, any questions, comments, concerns about that, about leaving a legacy? No? Okay. So for everyone at home, you guys know the drill, but as a reminder, we're going to do our physical exercises, and it's Sunday. So let's do 2 rounds of exercises. I will play music in the background. I'm going to be pausing the video, obviously because of copyright issues. I can't load it up on YouTube because they'll basically they ban the entire video, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So you guys know the drill. Let me pause you, and we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. I found the quote from the Troy movie because I didn't want to leave you hanging. I want to give you the right information. So the messenger boy who is getting Achilles for the battle says, the Thessalonian you're fighting, he's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him. And Achilles says, that's why no one will remember your name. Because we always have a tendency to remember people who break the norm, who challenge the norm, who challenge the status quo, who are they don't seem to be part of their time period, but they seem to transcend or even someone from the future, like what could be, right? Which I think that's a big part of what the great teachers offer to us, right? So we're currently in the this day and age, this period in history, and then a great teacher will come in to guide us to this is where we're going, right? We're on the upward spiral, right? So this is what you can expect. I think that's part of us leaving our legacy is this is what the future can be, right? So sit comfortably. Whatever thoughts, whatever feelings, whatever discomforts you have in any part, physical, emotional, mental, let them go. I know it sounds so easy peasy, but what if it were that way? What if you didn't have to suffer? What if you didn't have to spend months, years learning something? That your suffering could be alleviated right now because there's no time and space. Time and space are an illusion. The higher planes, time and space don't exist. So just let go of whatever is bothering you, no matter what it is, no matter how trite or how severe, let it go. Be grateful for the lesson, grateful for the experience. It is part of your path, and just let it go. Be still, be aware, and realize you're an aspect of God. Allow yourself to go deeper into the stillness. Gently let go. You're safe. You're protected by God and all the great ones. Allow yourself to let go. To expand even more and to go even higher, let's do the I am the soul affirmation. I am the soul by Grandmaster Chobuksu. I am the soul. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am not the mind. The mind is just a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected to God. I am one with God. I am one with all. This is the truth, regardless of the brain's capacity to experience the truth. I am the soul. We are one. We are one. We are one. Separation is an illusion. There is only oneness. Oneness with God, oneness with all. We are one. Be very still. Be aware. Be aware of the light of the soul. Maintain your awareness of the soul. Raise your hands in blessing. Maintain your awareness of the soul throughout the meditation. Be aware of the heart, the hands, the earth. Maintain your awareness of the soul. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Shower the earth with peace, with love, and forgiveness, especially forgiveness of oneself. Peace, love, and forgiveness. So be it. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is doubt, faith. Think of any person or persons who have experienced hopelessness in their lives, despair, wanting to give up. Bless them. Bless them with hope, with faith, with the courage to do what is right. Mentally tell them you can make it. You can do this. So be it. And where there is darkness, light, sadness, joy. Wherever there is cruelty in the world, shower these places with light and joy. Lots and lots and lots of light and joy. So be it. So be it. So it is. Especially where all the earth changes are taking place, where energy is being consumed. Bless all of these areas with light. Lots and lots and lots of light. Beware the soul. So be it. Beware the crown. Beware the hands. Beware the earth. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to be loved as to love. See yourself leaving your legacy in the hearts and minds of others by serving them, being kind to them, being generous to them, helping them, solving problems, alleviating their suffering, consoling others in their time of need. Just allow the energy to pass through you. Beware the heart and the crown together. Beware the hands. Beware beautiful, sparkling, golden energy pouring out of your hands. Like a Niagara Falls of prana coming out your hands, your fingertips, into Mother Earth and all sentient beings. For it is in the giving that we receive. It is in the pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. Be aware of the golden energy pouring into the earth. Let go of all resistance. As the energy is passing through you, it's dissolving and melting any resistance. Let Mother Earth and all sentient beings be blessed, be healed, be transformed. So be it. Beware the heart, the crown, the hands, the earth. Amen. St. Francis of Assisi. Gently lower your hands in your lap, palms facing up. Be aware of the heart. Smile. Inhale. And send that loving energy 12 inches above the crown. Exhale. Keep your attention on that point of light above your crown. Again, we are one. We are one. We are one. Be aware of the silence in between each home. Remember who you are. Just let go. Go higher. Slowly and gently come back. Slowly and gently come back. Gently move your hand, move your fingers, gently move your feet, your toes. Gently come back to your body. Back, back, back. Let's raise our hands in blessing. Let's release the excess energy. Again, be aware of the heart, the hands, the crown, the earth. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Chola Kuksui, let the entire earth be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with divine help, guidance, and protection. May every person, every being be blessed, be healed, be soothed, their pain, sorrow, and suffering now. So be it. Blessings be to all without exception. So be it. 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 With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Chola Kuksui, let pranic healing, Arhatic yoga, twin hearts meditation, and higher practices spread properly, rapidly, enthusiastically throughout the entire planet to alleviate the suffering of mankind, to heal mankind, to transform mankind. So be it. So be it. So be it. So be it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's bless the week. Be aware each day in front of you. Be aware the heart and the crown, the hands. And send golden energies to each day. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Chola Kuksui, let this coming Monday be blessed with divine light, love, and power. With calmness, emotional stability, let Monday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Tuesday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with physical strength and vitality. Let Tuesday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Wednesday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with proper and effective communication among all people. Let Wednesday be blessed, so be it. Let this coming Thursday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with prosperity, abundance, and great, great success. Let Thursday be blessed, so be it. Let this coming Friday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with happiness and joy of a successful week. Let Friday be blessed, so be it. And let this coming Saturday be blessed with divine light, love, and power. Let us properly and rapidly learn our spiritual material lessons. Let Saturday be blessed, so be it. And let this coming Sunday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with joy of a successful following week. Let Sunday be blessed. Imagine these brilliant, sparkling golden energies permeating and pouring through the entire week. See all of your environments flooded with gold, all of your interactions flooded with gold, all the people you interact with flooded with gold. Gold, gold, gold. Deep healing energies. See all of your projects being flooded with gold. See your bank accounts, your investments being flooded with gold. So be it. So be it. So it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See your friends and your family members in front of you. Smile. Keep your heart expanded. Keep your crown expanded. Shower these people with love. Unconditional love. Unconditional sweetness, mercy, compassion. Open your heart. May each and every one of these people be blessed and healed. So be it. So be it. So it is. Place your hands down towards the ground. Be aware of the base of the spine and soles of your feet. Imagine golden roots of light going into Mother Earth, anchoring you to Mother Earth, bringing you back to the practical, physical world. Mentally firm, I'm rooted and connected to Mother Earth. My system is grounded, it is stable, it is practical. Now, so be it. I'm grounded. Now, I'm rooted. Now, I'm in my body. Now, so be it. So be it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, good earth, and good people. So be it. Thank you. Place your hands on your heart. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Be aware of them together. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. To Grandmaster Cho Koksui, Lord Mahaguru Jmeling, to Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, to Lord Ganesh, to Holy Master Count Saint Germain, to all the Holy Gurus, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, Healing Ministers, to our divine selves or higher souls, we thank you, thank you, thank you all for your great, great blessings, for your divine light, love, and power, for your help, guidance, and protection, for your soothing, healing energies. Thank you for helping us become a better person, a better soul, and leaving an expansive legacy for future generations. We thank you, Lord God. We thank you all. Gratitude, respect, and love. So be it. Welcome back, everyone. How are we? I like to kick the table because it shakes the camera. Oh, I thought it said in Zoom, who cares if you can see your messages? But that's not what it says. It's like, that's a weird message to leave. Ooh, perfect timing. Adriana, the healer, says deep meditation, grateful for the healing, feeling more awake, and breathing better. You weren't breathing. Can you pass that to Chrissy? Can you send it right over to her? Her lungs are cleansed profoundly now. So be it. So be it. So be it. You guys might hear a little sound in a minute from my Airbnb host coming in. Man's ready to party at all times. I see typing, I see looking, so I don't want to. Okay, Indiana says amazing realms of consciousness reached, going higher and higher. True. Welcome. It was good. Everyone's spiritual core was very big, very expanded. You're welcome, Adriana, the healer. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see. There's something. Oh, so let's do exercises. Okay, I'll play music for you guys. Um, Again, for people that are Arhatic practitioners, storing the energy, right? Very important. And you have time to store the energy. People get all worked up and squirrely of like, oh, I have to store it immediately after meditation. Not necessarily, because the energy is still in your aura. Your aura is expanded, it's bright, it's clean, there's a lot going on. So you can still store the energy after exercises. So do 2 rounds of exercises, either the ones you did in the beginning, or you can do the jumping jacks, 54, 108 jumping jacks, 12 twisty turnies, and then repeat that. You can do 2 rounds of Tibetans if you want. You can do 2 rounds of mental physics. Don't do 2 rounds of mental physics because that's going to be 16 minutes. So just do enough exercises to ground you and then store the energy for our Arhatic practitioners. Okay. And let's pause the video for everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Are we grounded? We embodied? Yes. Chrissy, what are you doing? Okay, good. Excellent. Good, good, good. Okay, so hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. So what I want you guys to do moving forward, you can add it like a 5 minute thing to the end of your Sunday meditations, is what's one thing you can act upon from the lecture? Whatever nugget or nuggets you got out of the lecture, what's one thing that you can act upon? Because that way you integrate the energy, right? So we plant the seed for the lecture portion, then we do the meditation and the healing. So you're more conductive and receptive to higher energies. That if you sit down and go, well, what's one thing I could do with the information I learned in the lecture? And then you assimilate it. And that's how you develop a virtue. As opposed to you hear a lecture, sounds good, no action is taken, so very little integration occurs, right? So I'm going to encourage you guys to take 5 minutes out and go, okay, legacy. What does it mean to me, and how can I take action in an aspect of that? Also, this coming Sunday will be the Global Arhatic Yoga Retreat, which is going to be the 14th and 15th, a Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to be doing, I owe you guys a Sunday meditation, but this coming Sunday, I will not be doing that Sunday's meditation because I want to be cleaner, brighter for you guys. So I'll be doing the Sunday meditation later in the week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, right? Um, and this will be the biggest global pranic healing event I think that we've ever done it might be right around the level of Wesak or something like that. So currently, there's over 50,000 Arhatic yogis around the world. Most of them are in India. So this is the first time that we're doing the Global Arhatic Yoga Retreat, where there's an actual A to Z retreat that's taking place entirely online. Never been done before. And so, as I understand it, 8 of the world's masters are going to be part of it. So every master in pranic healing is going to be sharing and teaching at a different point in time. So that's going to be all day Saturday and all day Sunday. So I want to obviously plug into that because that's how I get cleansed. That's how I get healed. That's how I get be a greater instrument for other people, right? They feed me, and then I do my best to feed the people that I serve and take care of. So no meditation at the normal time this coming Sunday. So just, I don't know, mark it on your calendar or unmark it on your calendar or whatever you want to do. And then it'll be, and then the following Sunday will be teacher training, Saturday and Sunday. Thanks, Chrissy. Saturday and Sunday. So I will not be available on that Sunday, most likely, because that's where the teachers within that are under Master Co. in the United States will be getting fed. So feeding next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the following weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then the final weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I will be in a salsa bachata festival in Sarasota, Florida with my son, which is going to be all day, let's see, all day Sunday. I'm sorry, all day Friday till 2 in the morning, all day Saturday until 2 in the morning, and then all day Sunday until 2 in the morning. So logistically, it's going to be rather challenging to do the meditation. So you're like, Christian, I signed up for this inner transformation membership to transform, and you're not even offering opportunities to transform. Not true. We're just offering it at different times throughout the month. So it is what it is. I am grateful for each and every one of yours sense of understanding and flexibility. And I remember a part of me, because I grew up in a very traumatic childhood, and I grew up around a lot of unpredictability. Predictability was super important to me. So I became very rigid in how things were structured. So if somebody said something, I really held them to that. And then if somebody said something and didn't do that, it really shook me up, right? I was very inflexible and rigid with my thinking. But as I've gotten older, I've had to be more flexible with myself, more flexible with my routine, and more flexible with other people, which pranic healing and Arhatic yoga retreats have helped me with that, and traveling and all the other stuff that's been taking place over the past 5 years of my life. I've had to let go of that. So I encourage you to let go of that because, as one of my mentors has repeatedly pointed out to me, it causes a lot of suffering, right? Most of the masters are Filipino, and most of the masters function on what's it called? Island time, right? Being brought up in the Philippines. So when they say, "Oh, I'll meet you at 2 o'clock," that means whatever, 2:30, 2:45, and nobody gets worked up about it. If somebody says to me, "I'll meet you at 2 o'clock," and they're not there at 2:01, I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So it's inflexibility in my own nature, but at the same time, there's a level of too much leisureliness on their end. So you have to be adaptable. You have to be flexible, right? So I'm encouraging you guys to be that way. The festival should be. What do you mean should be? It will be. Hello, are you crazy? My son and I doing bachata and salsa. Did you even hear what I just said? Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So that's a little bit of updating that I want to give you guys. So the rest of this month, the Sundays are going to be at different times throughout the week, or throughout the week, throughout the month. So this coming Sunday, I'm going to be in the retreat. Next Sunday, I'm going to be in teacher training. The last Sunday of the month, I'm going to be dancing with my son like a boss. I like to see that. Yeah, don't worry, I'll get plenty of video. I do have a video of me dancing at a performance on the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California, 3 years ago, but the girl I was dancing with doesn't want me to reveal that video to anybody. So I'm doing my best to respect her. No one's ever seen it. No one. The only people who have seen it, her and me, and the people that were in the audience. And she's like, God, I did some things at the beginning. She's like, you're such a ham. You're such a ham. She was just shaking her head. Always got to be getting attention, don't you? I've never had a problem being in front of audiences since I was a teeny tiny toddler. I've been all jacked up about it. I used to do breakdancing for my brother's friends when I was 5 years old. You a ham, imagine. Weird, right? And I don't even eat pork. So, by the way, ham is an acronym for you more distinguished people. Hard as a, and I'll let you add the rest of it. Hard as a, it's an acronym. Okay, so that's a little update. Any questions about it? Let me know. Any complaints and rioting about it? Let me know. And I'll do my best to ignore each and every one of those. I only pay attention to the compliments and the edifications, but I'll be sure to take care of you guys throughout this month, right? And that's it. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Use the energies properly. Again, as a reminder, you've blessed the entire week. So consciously tap into those energies each day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Be aware of the golden energy that's been impregnated into each and every day. Okay? So to make your week much, much smoother. And I look forward to connecting with you guys very, very soon. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant. Wishing you a beautiful day, beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, namaste. Bye bye.